One lady, she sent $450. One young lady sent $250. One lady sent $50. There was a young lady that sent $2,300. Altogether, accumulated, the total came up to over $7,000. So over $7,000 was sent to this Christmas for Power guys for backstage pass access from these ladies.
Welcome back to Event Lemons. Fans are paying hundreds to thousands of dollars to meet celebrities and influencers, only to sometimes get scammed or ghosted or even left standing in the heat for hours. From fake tickets sold on social media to VIP packages that never deliver, these meet and greet disasters show exactly what happens when scammers exploit their fans' excitement. Today, we're covering the chaos, the heartbreak, and even one serial scammer who's been running these schemes for over a decade.
I got scammed for Jonas Brothers meet and greet tickets, and I'm going to tell you how that happened. This was during the Happiness Begins tour, the first tour I went to for the Jonas Brothers because I was finally an adult and able to pay for myself. So I was super excited. They had 2 Toronto shows. One was in August, and then they booked a second show in November. So I went in August with one of my friends, and then my other friend contacted me and said, hey, I got tickets. Do you want to come to the November show with me? So I was obviously down to go. No problem. Don't ask me twice. I'm there. So my friend bought the tickets, and they were by the stage bar or something, whatever they call it. And I kind of wanted to surprise her and be like, oh, I'm going to get meet and greet tickets. But I don't even know if they did meet and greet during the Happiness Begins tour. But I was on a Jonas Brothers tour page on Facebook, and people were saying, hey, I got meet and greet tickets. And someone contacted me, and I took the bait. So what happened from there is she, don't even know, it could be male, female, I don't know, under the name Claire Johnson, contacted me and said, hey, I have tickets. Are you willing to do $600 for 2? That should have been an instant light bulb right there, but no, I'm like, hey, let's negotiate. What about $400? And she's like, yeah, sure, I can do $400. I'm like, wow, like I hit the jackpot. Like, that's a good deal. Anyway, it was like really late at night. I was a new mom. My daughter was 9 months at the time, and I didn't have like a ton of money. I mean, I have a baby, there's diapers, there's formula, all that fun stuff, and I got the e-transfer. I still had PTSD from this. I transferred the $400, sent her the password, and waited. I was like up all night waiting to get these tickets transferred to me, waiting for her to respond to me. The e-transfer got accepted, and of course I never got the tickets. I was desperate. I took the email from the EMT and contacted this person and said, hey, like, I know this is a long shot, but I'm a new mom. I don't have much money. This was supposed to be a surprise for my friends. Is there any way you can send me back the money? And of course they never responded. I know she said $400, but take this as a lesson. Be very diligent and aware of sending people money on the internet and all those common scams, because I always said I would never fall for it, but I did, and I lost $400. Maybe I'll meet the Jonas Brothers one day, but I will wait until it is on a valid website and not just send a random person money. Take it from me, be smarter than I was.
You're taking the meet and greet photos on my phone? I look like this because I had the meet and greet from hell yesterday. And I mean, I don't even know where to start. My friend, beautiful, all back snow bike, here on TikTok, she got us tickets to see Wiz Khalifa and like a VIP like meet and greet pass, right? Her birthday was the day before. So it tells us to show up at 3, right? So we get there at 2:45 and they don't let us in to park until 3. So we go in and park, and then it's at Tinley Park. So it's an outdoor venue, but there's shaded areas, especially the first like however many rows. It's all under this big thing, right? So to even check in though and get our VIP badge, we're standing on this blacktop, outside. There was a heat advisory in Illinois yesterday. It was like 90 degrees out, sun blazing. It's 3:00. It's like peak time. Okay. So we're standing out there. We don't even get let in until like 3:45. So probably about 45 minutes in the sun. Not allowed to bring any drinks in. None of the concessions are open because we're there early for the meet and greet. So we finally get let in. We get like 5 minutes of being under the shade, waiting to be taken to where the tour buses are. So we finally get walked over to the tour buses, and they make us stand single file in this line outside in the sun. No shade, no water, no nothing. We are out there for 2 hours with no explanation on what's happening, what time anything's going on. Other people had other meet and greets to go to because there were multiple people at the show. And I eventually am like, so do we have an ETA? There's like 3 20-year-olds with like Live Nation shirts on that are like watching over us. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, is there an ETA? They're like, no. And I'm like, okay, so what's going on? I mean, what? And my friend is like, you guys need to be providing waters. It is whatever time it is. We've been out here for hours in the blazing sun. I'm going to pass out. You don't allow us to bring our drinks in. There's no end time that we know is going to be, it's like, what's going on? And we see people from his team or whoever, like, walking up and down into this, like, shaded area for over 2 hours. We're just standing there with no information. I mean, me on a good day, if I'm outside in the blaring heat for 15 minutes, I'm pissed off. But 2 hours? So it's getting to a point where I'm like, I've lost everything in me, and the show didn't even start yet. I'm like exhausted. It felt like I was at the beach, but couldn't go in the water and couldn't sit down or lay down, couldn't do anything. I was just like, oh my God, we're sitting ducks. And my friend, her makeup is melting off, and it's like, she was so excited to meet Wiz Khalifa, and now we look awful because we've been outside in the blazing sun in 90 degrees for hours. I'm like, I didn't even put SPF on my body because I didn't think we were going to be out here like this today, but I digress. Finally, this guy comes around and he's like, okay, rules for the meet and greet. Just so you know, if you want to pick with your friend, that's your only pick. You don't get a pick individually and then a pick together. And so then we just decide, like, okay, I guess we'll just take one pick together, right? And he goes, I just get paid to hold your phone and press the button. I said, hold my phone. What? Like, no professional photos at the meet and greet, nothing. So then I'm just like, oh, wow, okay. They finally brought over a cooler with water and plastic cups. It's giving Fire Festival right now. And I'm like, I don't know where this water came from, but I'm going to drink it because I'm dying. I'm like, okay, no bottles of water, cool, whatever. I just have to put my mouth on this plastic cup that you brought from God knows where. Okay. So, after, I don't even know, I think this was like 5:30 at this point. We see Wiz leave his tour bus, which was right there the whole time. The whole time his tour bus was right there. And so he's seeing us, his fans, who paid a lot of money to meet him, stand outside his tour bus for hours in the blazing sun, complaining and upset for hours. And he comes out, walks by us, head down, no smile, until we start going, hey, like, what's going on? And then he's like, I'm like, oh my God, you hate us. Even the girl in front of us was like, is he pissed off? Like, what happened? I'm like, girl, I don't know. He wasn't out here standing like this. I don't know. We finally, single file, go up the stairs to meet him. And I give my phone to this man who then proceeds to take this photo. Yeah. And why they chose to put the backdrop exactly where the sunlight is so that the whole place was backlit and we're dark now with no ring light whatsoever, no nothing. But I said, nice to meet you. He said, yeah, nice to meet you. And then we grabbed our little bag of merch. And that was giving TanaCon, by the way. The merch was like an ashtray, which I do like the ashtray, but everything else was like a trading card with his face on. Not a trading card. A hat, and then what else? A magnet or something? I don't know.
Y'all, yesterday was so stressful. Like, it was the most stressful day of my entire life. Like, so yesterday I went to the Atlanta meet and greet to see Cardi B, right? So I was like, okay, cool. You know, I love Cardi B down. Love her new album. Shout out. So I ended up going with my good friend Jackie, and we decided to go there like 10 o'clock that morning just to get a good spot because it's supposed to start. Yeah, 10 o'clock at 1 because it's supposed to start at 1. So I was like, all right, cool. Get there. It's a little hot, but it wasn't too hot. Line stayed moving. They getting people in order. All right, we up in there. Talking, mixing, and mingling with other people. And so it's around 12:30-ish. And so they had moved people to like the front of the building where she was having it at. So I was like, all right, cool. We finna, get this thing on and rolling. So 1 o'clock roll around and they not letting anybody in the doors. Like, they started passing out CDs, but it's not like, so they passed out like, I guess, default CDs, but it wasn't the ones that you actually purchased. I guess they would give it to you when you get inside the building, which I felt like was really dumb. But I was low-key hurt because it was like I said, 1 o'clock going on, like 2, then 3. I'm like, okay, now wait, where's she at? Because this event has supposed to have been started. It's hot outside. It was like a good 95, 98 degrees outside. And thank God I had on shorts and like a tank top with like a mesh shirt on because I was not going to make it through that whole ordeal that I'm going to tell y'all about. Oh, we steady waiting. And this lady Cardi got the audacity posting on Instagram. Girl, where's you at? Like, I don't have time for this. Like, stop playing with me. So then she decides to go on live like around like 5:30. Mind you, the event's supposed to start at 1. This lady's on at 5:30. And she's talking about how stuff was happening and it wasn't going right, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, girl, just get here so I can go home. Because at this point, I'm determined, now that I've been out in this sun from 10, now at 6, I'm determined to get my picture. I'm not leaving without getting what I came here for. Mind you, like I said, it wasn't a big deal because I did pay $20 for just a CD just to get access to this event. But no. And I had to work that night. I called off. So fast forward. She gets there and it's like a whole mob of like people trying to get to her, like, not get to her, but like trying to get pictures and videos and stuff like that. Let me see if I can actually pull it up, because that right there hurt my soul, only because of the fact that we were in line, and then once people started realizing like, okay, she's going inside to start the event, they didn't get back in their place. They started jumping people, and that's what created like this whole fiasco of this thing. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, y'all, so here's the video. Crowd going crazy when she first got there. It was insane. Let me see the part where... Oh, come on. Mind y'all, what the time stamp? 6:23. 6:23. So after that, people didn't want to get back in line like they were supposed to, as in the order that we were already in. Because mind you, like at the point where they grouped us, started talking to people, now we know who's in front of us and we know who's behind us. We still in this line until I was in line till like 9 o'clock. Because at this point it got dark, the fire marshal got there, and it was talking about shutting the event down because it was getting too hectic. People was pushing, people was fighting, supposedly, but I saw like a little squabble, so I'm gonna say there was fighting. And it was getting to the point where it was getting like over capacity, because it was like 3,000 people there, and they were doing too much. Like, she said she's gonna be here all night. Y'all gonna get y'all fucking picture. Calm down. So at that point, it was my turn to go. So Jackie, she was in front of me, and I was holding her hand because, like I said, people was coming in front of us and pushing us. And I was like, nah, I'm getting my picture. Trust and believe I'm getting my picture. So she goes in front of me, securely let her through. I don't know if somebody got mad and chopped my hand off or something from her arm, but we got separated, and then that's when I had got pushed past it. Well, I was already getting checked to go through, and then I had got pushed onto a barricade. So I was like, bitch, yo, who the fuck did that? So, like, I didn't, like, fall or nothing. I was just, like, leaned up against it. So the security guy, he was like, you good? And I was like, yeah. So the other security guy, he was like, oh, you got to get back behind the barricade. So there was, like, so the one who patted me down, he was like, He was like, no, he good. I already said to him I was finna let him through before he, got knocked down. He was all right, cool. Get in line with Jackie. We at the front door, y'all. We good. Y'all, I saw my girl, Ernie. That girl looks so good. I don't care what nobody says. She looks so good. Like, she was like, probably to here to me. And I'm like 5'11", 6 foot. She is small. This lady is small. But she was so nice, and she smelled good. Looked good. Hair was done. When she give birth and she get ready for this tour, just know I'm front row. I'm there. Like, I'm so ready. Like, the songs on her new album slap. Her old song slap. But let's do better, because standing in line from 10 a.m. to fucking 9:30 in that hot-ass sun was diabolical. Like, I'm not even going to blame her. I'm going to blame the people behind the scenes. Because what was that?
This isn't my normal video, but I did just get scammed, and so many other Billie Eilish fans did too, so I'm going to expose the fuck out of this man. Because he seemed like such a caring, kind person when he was texting us and sending us voice memos and everything. But then once, we're asking for a little proof of, like, the hat being bought or, the tracking information, then he blocks us. And it wasn't just me, it was a bunch of other people too. This is his Facebook. I got his Facebook because I was trying to Facebook pay him, but it wasn't working. This is the screenshot of me sending him the Uber gift card link. This is his Twitter. This is where he ended up getting a bunch of people. This is where he ended up, scamming all of us. And this is his face. If anybody fucking knows him or anything, TikTok, do your thing. Because one of my friends has been trying to DM him about it or tweet him about it, and he has been just blocking and making jokes out of it. So if it's a joke to you, then let's play this fucking game, Matthew. I'm fucking crazy and I'm going to get my fucking money back. All of us are gonna get our fucking money back, you fucking slimy ass piece of shit. Literally find a fucking building near you. Like, I am so fucking infuriated because it's just like the fact of, like, how fucking cold-hearted a piece of shit you have to be. Those were one of my last $50 that I wanted to spend for myself, and now I have, no money. Was it my choice to spend the $50? Of course. But did I think I was gonna get something out of it? Of course. Am I now just actually getting shit and got scammed out of it? Yes. So guess what? Now I'm fucking pissed.
You've just seen fans literally standing in 90-degree heat for hours, waiting all day to face more chaos, and then losing their last $50 to a Twitter scammer. Wow. These people are literally exploiting people's trust and excitement to see their favorite celebs and artists and even influencers. But the red flags, they're always there. Like, communication and selling tickets over DMs, requesting payment like over Cash App or Zelle or even Venmo. And then this being on a list, I guess it's the coveted thing to be on a list. And then later you found out that they made some last minute changes conveniently, never communicated this with you. And of course, you don't get your money back. There's no refund policy.
Met up with my girl. We about to get our passes. So we was in the wrong line. Now we gotta walk to the other freaking wheel call. Y'all, so I never finished recording because it got real crazy last night. So yesterday I got an inbox from somebody named Kels. I see her all over Instagram, all over Threads, all the time. So I trusted her. She's very credible. She has an agency. She's always doing stuff. She's an influencer. She really got motion. So that's the only reason that I thought this whole scam was true, because of the person that hit me up. Okay, so that's first thing.
Okay, because he kept saying by 7. So you don't have any tickets for us at all?
Correct.
Okay, there's nothing that we can do, even though we paid.
Right. But you'll have to contact someone to bring those to you. I can't verify what seat locations or anything of that nature.
I'll have to contact somebody to bring you
The person that was supposed to bring your tickets.
So y'all can pause the video so y'all can read the screenshots. I did not want to make it too long. Like and comment for part 2 and part 3 because this is a long story. And y'all need to tune in so y'all will never be scammed again. Anyways, so the red flags were there. He kept texting me, let me know, like constantly, let me know, let me know, let me know. Like he was rushing me to get customers. Like, so that was the first red flag. I should have went with my intuition. And that's a lesson that I learned. I always have to trust myself because I know I'm the only person that I can trust in this world. But like I said, I trusted it because I thought I could trust that person that got me the connect, if that makes sense. Anyway, she said she was scammed too. She said somebody else hit a host named Khalifa, I think, hit her up. Don't quote me on the name, but she said a host hit her up that is a big influencer or promoter in Charlotte, and that's why she thought it was legit. So you can see in the screenshot some of the ladies saying that they're not blaming Khalil, they're not blaming Kels, they're not blaming I'm blaming everybody. I believe everybody was in on it. So anyways, maybe not, I don't know. Yesterday, that's how I was thinking. I'm like, everybody is in on this. Y'all are all scammers. I can't believe y'all just scam my people. So the guy who kept texting me, you know, post it. I put it on my platform. All of my platforms combined about have 170,000 followers. So within the 3 hours that I had to post and promote, I got him 8 customers. My one homegirl took out of $2,600. She paid him for the Cardi B concert. It's over 15 people in the group chat, in the first group chat. It's 5 people in another group chat. So he done came up on crazy money, okay? He done came up on over $7,000, literally. Y'all, so comment like for part 2. Also, Christopher Powers is the scammer's name. Christopher Powers. He scammed so many people in Charlotte, North Carolina last night for the B2K, Bow Wow, Waka Flocka, Jeremiah, Pretty Ricky concert. Comment all those people in the comments as well.
The way that someone literally just tried to scam me out of Coachella tickets is beyond me. First of all, the fact that you already think that I don't have my tickets, I've been having my tickets. As soon as that lineup dropped, I said I have my tickets. But the audacity for you to try to scam me out of this is kind of comical. So today I got a message from this girl that I went to college with, and she's like, hey, it's so-and-so, are you going to Coachella? Which question, do you want to come with me? And in my head, I'm like, okay, girl, like, who wants to come to Coachella with me? Like, I'm down. I don't care if I haven't talked to you in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. If you want to go to Coachella with me, then hell yeah, let's go to Coachella together. It's like, oh my God, thank gosh, because I have these 6 VIP artist bands that my mom got from her job. Like, are you down? And I was like, oh my God, yeah, how much are they? And then she's like, oh, like $1,000. And I'm like, don't want these to go to waste. They're for both weekends. And I'm like, oh, like that's actually so cool. I live in LA, and getting an artist band for less than $3,000 is already a good steal. So I was already like, hell yeah, girl, like let's go, whatever. And then she's like texting me. She's like, yeah, like I don't want to go these to waste. Like, what weekend are you going? And I'm like, oh, I'm going weekend 1, blah, blah, blah. And in my head, I'm like, something about this just like sounds too good to be true. Like, I don't know, like for you to already cold text me, don't have your number saved. You're some girl that I went to college with, haven't talked to in so long. I was like, you're already talking about money so fast and talking about how you like don't want these to go to waste. Like, we were in a sorority and like we were in sorority life. Like, I'm guarantee you someone will want these tickets fast. So I was like, it's already kind of strange that you're reaching out to me specifically because like we haven't talked in so long. Like, we don't live in the same town. And I was just like, I don't know about this. So then I'm texting all of our mutual friends and I'm like, oh, do you have this girl's number? One girl was like, yeah, I have her number saved. And she gave me her number and it was a completely different area code. And I was like, So then knowing me, I'm like, I'm about to get to the bottom of this. So I DM homegirl on Instagram and I'm like, hey girl, did you just text me because I have a different number for you that I got a text from? And she gave me her number and it was the same one that my friend had sent me earlier. And I was like, oh no. And by the time I had asked like my friends about her number, like my phone was kind of like blowing up, but not in like a weird scammy way. It was just like, what weekend are you going? Just like asking more like normal questions. And I was like, oh my God, if I didn't have my frontal lobe developed and I didn't ask and DM this girl that I haven't talked to in forever and was like, hey, did you text me? This rando stranger would have literally gotten my bank information, would have scammed out on like 6 of my friends. And I'm like, thank goodness I'm not falling for that. Like, it's 2026. You picked the wrong girl. You picked the wrong girl to scam. But I'm just like, that is so crazy to be like, hey, like, I have artist bands, and like pretend like you're someone in my followers. Like, are you crazy? That's so odd to me. Like, you scammers are getting better and better, because that is some like crazy shit. Just picking a random girl out of my following. No, that is so insane. And you just like kept it going. Like, you were fully trying to get an Airbnb with me. Who are you? I felt so weird like asking for their last name, because like I hate it when someone texts me or I text someone first and they're like, who is this? My bad. Like, or like someone texts me their first name and I'm like, what's your last name? Like, what's your Instagram? Like, trying not to like ask, but ask. I'm like, this is what I get for being too nice. But anyways, scammer.
How would you like to meet actor Keanu Reeves? Well, for just $7,500, you can. Today on Behind the Scam, we take a closer look at celebrity VIP scams. One of my followers reached out to me. She had spoken to Keanu Reeves online, and she had already paid a lot of money to meet him in person. I explained to her that it was a scam and she really wasn't going to meet him. She sent me screenshots of the reply from Keanu Reeves' manager. The $2,500 you were asked to pay at first is for the VIP meet and greet you booked and registered for. The $6,800 you were asked to make payment of is our client, Mr. Keanu Reeves' flight ticket and accommodations. Yes, madam, we asked you to make payment of $2,500 instead of $7,500 at the beginning of August, which you failed to do. Concerning the refund, that has been explained to you several times. You need to be calm here, madam. There is no victim. Work with us and we will ensure your meeting with our client holds soon. Madam, we are not here to negotiating with you. If you decide not to work with us, then kindly wait for your refund. There's no refund. Management team. I love how every time they wrote the word registered, it automatically put the little R there for like a registered trademark or whatever. And they have no idea what that means. They left the little R there. You can see that this correspondence from Keanu Reeves' management team is anything but professional. Spelling errors, typos, wrong forms of verbs. Please don't get scammed. If you have a question concerning someone that you're speaking to online, please reach out to me on my Instagram account and I'll be glad to help you. Thanks for watching Words with Scammers.
Y'all, turn it up, because this is how I feel. Turn it down. Y'all, I'm literally brokenhearted. Like, woke up to news that Brandy's meet and greet is canceled in Detroit. Y'all, I live in Dallas, Texas. I literally flew here. I'm from Detroit, so, I mean, I still get to spend time with my family, but I literally flew here from Dallas, Texas. We got these tickets in July. Literally been counting down. Got shirts made, everything, jerseys, whatever, made just for this day. To literally hours before the concert to receive the news that I'm not meeting Brandy today. Now, granted, I met her once, but that was like 8 years ago. And I'm just brokenhearted. Like, I don't even know how to process this. Like, there is no explanation. It's just saying due to unforeseen circumstances, and I get it. Brandy is human. We don't know what she got going on or what the promotion team got going on, but my God, why did y'all have to cancel Detroit? Like, I am not a happy camper. At this point, cancel the whole show. I'm done. I'm trying to be happy because I still get to see her perform. But meeting her again was the icing on the cake. It literally was. But I guess I could start again while I'm lonely, brokenhearted. Shut your butt up.
Are you gonna tag her?
Yeah, I'm gonna tag her. Yes. And let's be clear, this is not a Brandy bash because I am a diehard 1994 Brandy Rihanna Norwood fan. Okay? This is not a Brandy bash. This is just a disappointed moment from a diehard fan. And there was no preparation for this day. Literally to wake up hours before the show to know that, hey, your travel efforts, your outfit, got a recurl my hair, like all of the things that I had in place to make sure that this day was absolutely perfect is now in shambles. So, Brandy, I am still your fan. I still love you, and I will still go to the down in the depths for you. But I am pissed to the highest level of festivity that I have, that this opportunity was taken from me to meet you again. But I'm still be cute, and I'm still gonna sing every song in the audience.
I just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about the event that just happened because I see a lot.
So this girl is coming onto TikTok, and she's the daughter of the organizers of Fun Asia, who hosted this event with Hrithik Roshan in Dallas that has gotten a lot of complaints on TikTok. You can see it everywhere, right? You can see Hrithik at the event. He was on stage. He was dancing. It seems like Fun Asia was selling $1,500 packages to be able to do a meet and greet with Hrithik Roshan. And all of that fell through. No one was able to meet him. And she is saying that Fun Asia was unable to be able to keep these promises of the meet and greet, but yet it seems like they're keeping the money because Hrithik Roshan's security had cut them off and was not allowing, they had no control. Okay, this organization, this is a complete scam. There are other people out here like this organization that are clearly just trying to scam Desi people for their money and charging $1,500 for something and not coming through on that promise and not having those contracts in place and then trying to blame Hrithik Roshan and his team. It doesn't even seem like you were in the right contact with them. And this was seemed completely unorganized. Yeah, it's really sad.
Okay, so pop-up shops and meet and greets in the city. I've been to one. I don't think I'll go to another. I think the purpose of that is not to actually get the merch or meet the artist. I think it's a publicity stunt on the brand or on the artist, just to show people how much they can make things shake in the city. Because everybody's going to go out there. They're going to post footage about people going crazy, about there being crowds, about people running and dragging and screaming and scratching, trying to get the merch or trying to meet the artist. Because there's no reason why a concept like a pop-up shop and a meet and greet should cause that much chaos if you actually intentionally plan to have it happen and have people actually get the merch or meet you as an artist. Because what do you mean it starts at 3 p.m. and I got there at 7 a.m. and I left empty-handed? I was the first person in line. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean it starts at 3 p.m. but at 4:30 you're out driving around in the city knowing that you said that this started at 3 p.m. You can decide what time you want it to start. I definitely think people get tricked by going to these things and thinking that they're going to get the merch or then they're going to meet the artist, but it's really just it's just a vibe. It's just the aesthetics. They want to show how many people is going to be out and about and showing love and going crazy for these artists. And on the other side, I can't be that mad because that's what you would want to do as a person with a brand or an artist. You know what I mean? Just show how much people want to come out, how popular you are, how much power you have. So, yeah, I've been tricked once, and that's all I needed to know, that I ain't gonna get tricked again.
Story time on how I think I got scammed while getting my Murakami Dodger merch. This all started off in March of last year when Alex invited me to come to the Murakami pop-up. This wasn't like an exclusive event. This was a pop-up for everyone. So when we got there, the line was huge. It literally wrapped around. But thankfully, Alex was able to get us right in, which means we were literally one of the first customers in there. This will help with the story. So, we're the first customers in there. It's not even open yet, and we're just getting footage. And then the worker's like, oh, like, if you guys want, you could start getting your stuff. The way the pop-up worked was one side of the store was where the walls were decorated, the whole collection was there, and then you would order there and pick up on the other side of the store. Kind of like two buildings, like one building was the actual pop-up, the other building you pick up your merch. So we had all decided on what we wanted to get. Everything was available because we were the first people ordering. We get everything we wanted and we have to go to the other side to pick it up, and you just show them your receipt. So we all get there, we're showing them our receipts, and it's taking a little bit longer than it should to get all our stuff. but we were being patient. And as we're waiting, more people were coming in and waiting as well because they had let the public in. While we're in there waiting, my coworkers are starting to get their things and starting to look through it and realize that some things are missing. We were just making sure we had everything on our receipt. While we're in there waiting, some guy behind us who was also waiting out of nowhere randomly just comes up to us and he's like, hey, like, do you guys like snapbacks? And we're just like, yeah, like it was random. We didn't expect it. And we kept it moving along. Anyways, I had ordered a jersey, some hats, a beanie, a couple things I had ordered. And I get my bag. And when I get my bag, of course, everything I wanted wasn't in there. I wanted a Betts jersey. I didn't get a Betts jersey. I had ordered some fitted hats. Didn't get the fitted hat. They were all snapbacks. And at that moment, I wasn't thinking anything of it. But let's just say that I've seen a lot more pop-ups and I've seen the same faces, same guy who randomly asked me, do you like snapbacks at these same pop-ups? Which just goes to show that they're all backdoor drops. And unfortunately, half the time you don't get what you want because everything's already sold before you even get there. Thankfully, I was able to get a jersey and my hat. But it's just upsetting because I know a lot of people go through it. If you're ever going to those pop-ups, just be aware that the resellers and the workers are in on it half the time. It is what it is, and at least I got some gear.
So I'm back. I was there. I followed through. Was it what I expected? No. I thought she was going to sit down, do a meet and greet, do autographing, and, you know, the whole shebang bang. It wasn't like that. I thought she was going to be either selling her products. It wasn't like that. She literally went inside the truck, did a little twerking here and there, and that's about it. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. I was expecting more out of it. It didn't happen. I mean, it is what it is. But with that being said, not impressed.
Y'all, I just did like a whole Summer Walker deep dive of her meet and greets. I'm really trying to figure out why it looks like it's absolutely like paining this girl to be at a meet and greet. Like I'm trying to see who's forcing her to be at a meet and greet. Like, are these mandatory? Because she looks like she hates it. So people are paying to go and meet her for her to be like, thank you. Thank you. I don't understand that. At that point, stay home, baby. Like, why even host a meet and greet to be that way? No hate towards Summer, because I like her music. I'm just not understanding why host a meet and greet if you're gonna act like that. And then I know some people said, oh, she has like super severe social anxiety. Well, maybe you shouldn't do social things like that. Just a thought. But I'm just wondering. I don't know. If there's a backstory that I don't know, let me know.
I don't like to touch nobody. When people who are like, when my fans run up to me and they want to just jump on me or like, you know, be real touchy-feely, I don't do that with nobody. Y'all may think it's weird, and that's okay. Y'all don't have to like it. That's all right too, but it's still me. It's like, if you're gonna like me, you gotta like all of me. Like, you can pick and choose, but you get what I'm saying. Like, don't pick like, oh, I like the music, but then I'm gonna pick at her personality. Like, if you don't like me, just like all of me. That's how I am. I'm telling you right now. I don't hug nobody. I don't hug my mama, my daddy.
I'm doing so good. You did so good tonight, bro. You look so amazing. Oh my god, body set.
Come here.
I'm sorry. I'm scared. You're getting ready, but bro, body set was super sweet. It was so beautiful. Like, oh my god.
Thank you for coming all the way out here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, now look, I can't dance. I'm gonna just be behind you.
It's like, we really be paying these celebrities for meet and greets, and they don't really be delivering the things like, I'm paying $800 to $1,000 for a meet and greet, and you just smiling in my face. Like, bitch, I can look at you online and you're smiling in my face. You know what I'm saying? But it makes me think, like, well, why aren't I getting paid for meet and greets when I'm delivering words, affirmation? Like, the energy that I have to give is worth that money. So I'd be like, I need to start having meet and greets. But my meet and greets are like real and it touches your soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, the veil, I think, is finally lowering for me, because why are we paying these motherfuckers $800 to $1,000 for meet and greets? Like, it's wild to me. And they're not even doing nothing.
Hey guys, so I really want to bring attention really quick to this Boys for Life Millennia Tour backstage access scamming situation that's currently going on right now in different cities. So this probably is going to be maybe like a part 3-ish. I'm going to try to make it as short as I possibly can. Okay, so you guys know that I'm a publicist. I'm also an influencer. So on Friday, I was actually scrolling on my Instagram page, and I came across a post from someone that goes by the name of Khalil, the host. Now, I'm not blaming Khalil on the situation because he too also was lied to and scammed as well. But he made a post on his Instagram saying that he was looking for 10 ladies that wanted to attend the Millennia Tour on Saturday night in Charlotte, North Carolina. And the opportunity came with VIP, meet and greet, as well as backstage access. And he was looking for 10 different ladies and to contact this phone number. It was 2 different phone numbers. And then also to DM him. I DM'd him and I said, hey, are you selling backstage passes? And he said, hey, we are actually looking for like 10 different ladies that want to promote, the show and get backstage passes, And he was like, I need your Instagram name, your phone number, and your email, and the Texas number, which was his number. So I said, okay. Now, being the fact that this person is like a known promoter around Charlotte and the local areas, of course I thought it was legit. So I texted him all of my information, and he put me in a group chat. He put me in a group chat with the Christopher Khalil Powers guy, the scammer guy. So we're all in the group chat. I'm going to put a picture below. And he goes on to tell us like, hey, yeah, so we're looking for ladies that can post about the show. We're selling back passes for I think he said like 2 for $450 or something like that, or 1 for $275, and we're looking for ladies to help out. And then so on the side, I text the Khalil, the host guy, and I said, hey, do you really know this person? Is this person legit? He told me, yeah, he knew the person. The person was legit, that he actually did business with the guy before, and that the guy basically came through for him. So I said, okay. And then he was like, but just stay cautious. And I'm like, okay, cool, So from there, pretty much he was going on, asking us if we knew like more ladies that would want to participate. And of course, me being who I am, I said, okay, yeah, I can reach out to some more ladies that may want the opportunity. You're saying they get to, hang out backstage and also, make some money. Cool. So let me hit up a few ladies. Okay, you guys, so this is part 2. Please don't judge me. I'm doing my hair and trying to get dressed at the same time while I'm doing this video. And I'm trying to talk fast so the video is not as long. Okay, so after I'm told that the Christopher guy is legit and, the promoter has already worked with him before, I went back to the group chat and I'm like, okay, well, let me hit up, some influencer girls that always are like hitting me up looking for different opportunities or be looking for different opportunities around the city. This will be great for them. So I DM'd, I think probably like maybe 3 or 4 girls to see if they were interested, and I gave them like pretty much the same spiel I was giving. I'm like, hey, there's a promoter guy that's offering backstage access for the concert tomorrow night or for tonight. The only requirement is for you to post, and if you're interested, here's the contact number for him so you can talk to him directly and seek it out for yourself, see if you want to do it, see if you want to participate, whatever. That's pretty much like how I presented it in this group chat. I asked so many questions. I was like, hey, what are the details? What are the times we need to be at pickup? What are you charging people? Do we have to pay? How much do we have to pay? I'm just going down the line, just asking him mad questions. I know he was tired of me. So then on the side, outside of the group chat, he sends me a text and he's just like, hey, Bow Wow, because he claims to be like Bow Wow assistant or somebody on his management team. He's like, Bow Wow is looking for some girls to hang out with backstage tonight. Do you know any baddies? He said baddies. I'm gonna post that too. But he was like, do you know any baddies? And I'm thinking like, of course I know baddies. I know like a lot of bad women. He was like, they need to have followings. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's nothing. I'm like, well, yeah, I could send you some girls that may like, want to hang out. And normally when guys like want to hang out, they mean like, they just want to hang out backstage or whatever. You go out to the club with them type of thing. And whatever you do, you grumble. Okay, so He was like, yeah, but they also need to be able to post too. And I said, well, I don't know anything about posting. They may or may not post. That's up to them. I said, but I can see you some girls that may be interested. And he said, okay, well, let them know when the requirements is posting. And I'm like, okay. And I said, well, that don't mean they are. So I reached out to a few girls that may like want to like hang out or whatever. And I think like 2 of the girls responded. 2 of the other girls, they were busy and had stuff to do. And so I sent him the Instagram pages, and he was like, yeah, have them hit me up. So I told both the ladies that hit him up. He was looking for girls. The requirement was to post if they were interested. And so it pretty much went from there. I didn't speak to one of the ladies anymore after that. And then one of the other girls I did speak to after that, we actually were planning to meet at the venue together because we were told, you know, we had backstage passes to be at Will Call at 7:30. So we were coordinating the times. We were going to get there together. Like, hey, we're going to get there by 7:30 so we can get our stuff and get seated, right? Now we're going to get to part 3. Okay, real quick, somebody reminded me that I forgot to post a screenshot of me asking, you know, was this person legit, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to post it. Okay, so part 3. While me and my friend are talking about, you know, meeting up or whatever, I live uptown, so I actually got to the venue before she did. I went to Will Call. Oh, and let me say this. Also, I wasn't even planning on going to the show at first, but once I got in contact with them on Friday about the show, I also wanted like tickets to see the show too. So I hit up one of my friends that's on the show and asked them, hey, if they could get me and one of my friends a ticket to actually watch the show because it's my birthday. It was my birthday week, my birthday weekend. And so they said, yeah, I'll leave like 2 tickets for you and your friend at the Will Call. So I said, great, cool. So now I got 2 tickets to see the show, and now I'm going to have backstage passes, whatever. So when I got there, the lady was like, oh, we only have tickets for you. We don't have any backstage access. And I'm like, huh? Can you double check again? She double checked again. There was no backstage passes. So I immediately started texting the Chris guy, the Cali guy, Christopher Powers guy. And I said, hey, you know, I'm at Will Call. They're saying they don't have any backstage passes for me. What's going on? And he was like, I'm coming up front, blah, 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 blah. Like, he just kept texting, giving like multiple excuses to why there was no backstage passes. So that's when I went and put in the group chat that I had with the other ladies, as well as Khalifa, the promoter. And I said, hey guys, I'm at the venue, you know, just letting them know. Like, hey guys, I'm at the venue. They're saying I don't have any passes here, you know, just letting them know, you know, to be on alert from when they got there. So one of the girls from the group chat, she actually called me. She was like, you don't see your name? And I said, no, I don't see my name. And she said, okay, well, I'm on the way there. I'm going to check, you know, once I get there. So she eventually shows up, as well as my homegirl. My homegirl gets there. She also said there was no passes for her. She's texting him. He's going back and forth with her. The other ladies from the group chat, they also get there. They all say, hey, our names aren't on the list either. Now we're going to get into part 4. Hey guys, okay, this is part 4. It took me a while to get to doing this video because there's been so many updates since yesterday and even more stuff on today. So I'm finna get into it. I left off in my last video saying, you know, how I let the girls know in the group chat that my name was not on the list for the passes. Once the other ladies arrived, they also put in the group chat that their names were not on the list as well. Immediately started texting the Christopher Powers guy to, you know, let him know like, hey, they don't have anything for me or the other girls. He kept texting back saying, you know, he's backstage with Bow Wow and he was coming in a few minutes and he has to submit the list with all of our names on it and blah blah blah. Just like a bunch of ripping and running around and just telling a whole bunch of stories. Meanwhile, I'm texting, the other ladies are also texting him. Khalil, the host, is also texting him as well. I'm texting the group chat. I'm also texting Khalil on the side, like, you know, what is going on. So my friend gets there. My friend Tanisha, she finally gets there. Her name also is not on the list. Lady there that gave her a free ticket. 3 of us decided to, hey, we don't have no passes. Obviously, we done got scammed into thinking, you know, we were going to be on some list. We're obviously not. So at this point, let's go enjoy the show, right? So we go sit down to enjoy the show. I'm still in the group chat, monitoring what's going on in the group chat with the other ladies. Some of the other ladies already had tickets to the show, so they stayed to watch the show as well. The other ladies, they decided they were just going to go back home, or they weren't going to attend at all. Mind you, in the group chat, I'm looking, the Christopher Powers guy is still responding, telling them like, security's telling me too many people are back here, it's way too full, you guys can send me like $100 a piece or something so I can send to the security, so the security will let you guys back here. The plan of what you were telling us, like you told us like our names will automatically be on the list, like you never said anything about paying anything or any of that. He was still trying to get like $100 with people already being at the venue. 30 minutes into the show at this point, a message from one of the ladies that I actually had reached out to earlier, asking them did they also want to come as well too. Earlier that day, he actually had messaged me on the side, the Christopher Powers guy, asking, you know, hey, do you know any baddies that want to hang out backstage with Bow Wow? You know, send me their IGs, let me check them out. Typical normal shit in my industry. Normally, like when guys want like females and stuff like that to be backstage to like hang out or come to like after parties or video shoots or whatever, they'll hit up somebody such as myself or like casting networks or whatever. Hey, of course I know a couple of baddies that would love to like hang out, and he was like, send me their IGs. I sent him like 4 different ladies IGs. He was like, let them, you know, ask them if they'll be interested in like hanging out backstage. Said, oh, let them know one of the requirements is they must you know, post about the show. And I told him, I said, well, I can't guarantee any of the ladies will post about the show because all of these ladies have their own clout, so they don't necessarily need to post. But I was like, okay, I'll reach out to them and let them know. I reached out to 4 ladies. 2 of the ladies declined because they already had plans and things to do. However, 2 of the ladies did respond, which is one is my homegirl Tanisha, and another girl named by Simone. She responded. So I let them know. I said, hey, you know, this promoter friend guy of mine or whatever, because at this time I was following the Chris guy on Instagram. He followed me and I followed him back. I was like, you know, there's this guy, he's looking for baddies that want to hang out at the concert tonight backstage. You know, I'm gonna be there as well. You know, do you want to come through? And I was like, the only requirement he has is like he must post about like the VIP passes and stuff like that, which is also normal if you work in the brand ambassador world. In the brand ambassador world, they will tell you like in order for you to get certain perks and stuff, you must make a certain percentage sale. One of the girls, she do like brand ambassador work, so she was like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm like, I'm down, you know, I'm down to do it. Requirements he has is to post about the show or whatever. You don't necessarily have to like sell anything or anything, but like, you know, just post about the show. And then I was like, if you're interested, here's his phone number, text him for more information, details, whatever you need. So I passed the number to both ladies so they can coordinate, do whatever they need to do. If they want to participate after speaking to him, they could, whatever. Like, the decision was totally up to them. As far as to the concert, one of the ladies, which was Tanisha, we were already communicating, planning on meeting there at the same time because I knew her a little bit more, and we agreed to meet there at 7:30. So we were already sitting there at the concert. Didn't have backstage passes, but we were watching the show. The lady Simone then messages me and lets me know, like, hey, I'm at Will Cause. We don't have any passes. Our name isn't on the list. And she was like, I'm here with so many other girls as well too, and these young ladies they paid like hundreds to thousands of dollars to get into backstage, and you know, there's no list, and the Christopher guy is giving us the runaround, etc. So once I seen the messages, I immediately started messaging Khalil, the host, to let him know, like, hey, you have like some girls that are outside that are saying they're not on the list. They pay a lot of money. They can't get in. Your Chris guy is giving them a runaround. You need to get on the phone and speak to these ladies. You need to get in contact with them, right? I'm going to get into part 5 next. He begins talking to some of the ladies that were saying they were scammed, that sent the Christopher Powers guy money. So while I'm at the concert watching the show, I'm also paying attention to my phone, looking at what's going on in real time. So one of the ladies said, hey, you know, some of us are going to go do a police report, and, you know, I wanted to let you know. And then so I told the young lady, I said, hey, send me your number. I'm going to add you to this group chat that I'm in with some of the other ladies that were attending tonight that also were told we had access, even though we didn't have to pay, but we were told that we would have access to the show afterwards, and I want to add you to this group chat. So she sends me her number to add to the group chat and says, hey, can you add all the other ladies that are here? So I added all the ladies. Altogether, there's about 15 people in this group chat at this point. 14 ladies and one guy, and the guy is the Khalifa, the host. So we're all in a group chat at this point, and these ladies are saying, you know, one lady, she sent $450, one young lady sent $250, one lady sent $50. There was a young lady that sent $2,300. Altogether, accumulated, the total came up to over $7,000. So over $7,000 was sent to this Christopher Power guys for backstage pass access from these ladies, and they were told, promised VIP. Some of them were promised food, drinks, all access to backstage, all type of stuff. They were promised front row seats from this Christopher Powers guy. Being the fact that everybody had the phone number of this guy, one of the ladies did some research, found the actual guy who's going by the name Callie or something like that. Khalifa, the host, actually found his real name through Cash App. He ran his number, found his real name through Cash App, which was Christopher Powers. One of the young ladies then did some research on him and found out that he was a registered offender, a multiple offender, and he has AR'd several different women in Atlanta, in different cities, and also he's been scamming, doing these kind of things for the past 10, 12 years, over a decade. He's been running different scams. Not only did he run a scam with the B2K tour, he's also running a scam with the Cardi B tour. He's also running a scam with the Chris Brown tour and also the NBA YoungBoy. So he has a history toward scams on different people, and he particular picks and reach out to women, more so women with influence, so women influencers that can essentially kind of convince their audience to buy these passes and create FOMO. He's a registered SO, serial scammer, criminal criminal. Since we have posted these stories, me and a couple of the other ladies, since we have posted on TikTok and Instagram and Threads, there have been multiple people reaching out from different states. There's also a Baltimore group chat from the Millennium Tour of a bunch of people from Baltimore that also got scammed this weekend. There's also other group chats of people, different people on Snapchat, different people on all kind of platforms that have been scammed by this Christopher Power guy 10 years or more. Not only that, there are also men who also have been scammed by him as well too. We did some research, found a couple blogs. Trey Songz, the R&B singer, also had a situation where he was claiming to know Trey Songz and working for him, and he did the same thing to him that he's doing to Bow Wow right now. Trey Songz actually blasted him for it on his profile. I will post that, also see what he's been accused of, also his name, so you can also look him up. I won't put his personal information, but I will put like something so you can go look him up yourself. That's his criminal history. Multiple women have reached out that have been scammed. Multiple women have reached out that have been SA'd by him. It's very sick. It's very nasty. Of course, you're probably wondering, like I'm wondering, how is this man still on the street when he's done this to multiple women and multiple people and has all of these allegations to him? And I'm being told that it's because he has people in the higher ups that are helping him and that are protecting him. So I'm making this video to spread awareness to other young ladies. If you are reached out by Christopher Powers or anybody associated to him saying that they have backstage passes and they can sell you things, girls, ladies, do not do it. Fellas, do not do it. It's a scam. Go through the proper measurements of going through Ticketmaster or whatever website that the artist is posting directly for you to get these meet and greets in the future. Okay, I'm going to give a little bit more context into what happened on today. That was a complete shocker and changes more about what happened in this situation.
From hours in the sun to thousands lost to serial scammers, these disasters show you why you can't trust meet and greets sold through DMs or even random promoters. Most legitimate packages, they come through official platforms like Ticketmaster or verified websites or even the social media accounts of the hosts. Some red flags that were noted throughout the video, like untraceable payment methods, like your Venmo, your Cash App, your Zelle, those are definitely huge red flags. Most artists don't accept payment for their events that way. They use some type of technology to help them manage their event registrations and ticket sales. And then other red flags are vague promises. Like throughout the videos, everyone was saying, I was trying to get details. I kept asking for information on where to go, who to go to, how much do I pay, what time. And these scammers were not sharing information because there is no information to share. And then, of course, they try to pressure you to purchase these things like right away, creating a false sense of urgency that if you don't, you're going to miss out on this opportunity. And that's definitely a quick way to lose your money, acting too quickly. And then, of course, when things fall apart, there's no more communication because there was never anything to communicate. And then, you're just left kind of holding the bag. And that's quite unfortunate. If you guys found this video helpful, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I'm a new channel and we cover crazy event stories that are happening pretty much almost every day and try and protect yourself from getting caught up in the scheme and chaos of all of this. Please subscribe, share the video, and share any comments below as well if you've had an experience similar to this or know of any, or if you have any questions. Until the next video, thank you so much for watching.